कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is Wednesday. Today is 28th of March. And it is Phalguna Masa, Govinda Masa, Shukla Paksham, and Ekadasi Tithi. So today it is Amalaki Ekadasi. But we are not fasting today. So it is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Pakshavardhani Mahadvadasi. But still for the sake of Ekadasi, Amalaki Ekadasi, we shall read few lines from iskandesightly.com about the glories of Amalaki Ekadasi. So from the iskandesightly.com, so glories of Amalaki Ekadasi. So King Mandata once said to Vasistha Muni, so, O great sage, kindly be merciful to me and tell me of a holy fast that will benefit me eternally. Vasistha Muni replied, O king, kindly listen as I describe the best of all fasts, Amalaki Ekadasi. He who faithfully observes a fast on this Ekadasi obtains enormous wealth, gets free of the effects of all kinds of sins, and attains liberation. Fasting on this Ekadasi is more purifying than donating the 1,000 cows in charity to a pure Brahmana. So please hear me attentively as I tell you the story of a hunter who, though daily engaged in killing innocent animals for his living, achieved liberation by observing a fast on Amalaki Ekadasi, following the prescribed rules and regulations of worship. So there was once a kingdom named Vaidisha, where all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras were equally endowed with Vedic knowledge, great bodily strength, and fine intelligence. O line among kings, the whole kingdom was full of Vedic sounds. Not a single person was atheistic, and no one sinned. The ruler of this kingdom was King um, Pashubinduka, a member of the dynasty of Soma, the moon. He was also known as Chitraratha and was very religious and truthful. It is said that King Chitraratha had the strength of 10,000 elephants and that he was very wealthy and knew the 6 branches of Vedic wisdom perfectly. During the reign of Maharaj Chitraratha, not a single person in his kingdom attempted to practice another's dharma or another's duty. So perfectly engaged in their own dharmas were all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Neither miser nor pauper was to be seen throughout the land. Never was there ever a drought or flood. Indeed, the kingdom was free of disease, and everyone enjoyed good health. The people rendered loving devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, as did the king, who also rendered special service to Lord Shiva. Moreover, twice a month everyone fasted on Ekadasi. In this way, O best of kings, the citizens of Vaidisha lived many long years in great happiness and prosperity, giving up all varieties of materialistic religion. They completely dedicated themselves to the loving service of the Supreme Lord Hari. So once in the month of Falguna, the holy fast of Amalaki Ekadasi arrived conjoined with Dwadasi. King Chitraratha realized that this particular fast would bestow especially great benefit, and thus he and all the citizens of Vaidisha observed the sacred Ekadasi very strictly, carefully following all the rules and regulations. After bathing in the river, the king and all his subjects went to the temple of Lord Vishnu, where an Amalaki tree grew. First, the king and his leading sages offered the tree a pot filled with water, as well as a fine canopy, shoes, gold, diamonds, rubies, pearls, sapphires, and aromatic incense. Then they worshipped Lord Parashurama with these prayers. O Lord Parashurama, O son of Renuka, O all-pleasing one, O liberator of the worlds, kindly come beneath this holy Amalaki tree and accept our humble obeisances. Then they prayed to the Amalaki tree, O Amalaki, O offspring of Lord Brahma, you can destroy all kinds of sinful reactions. Please accept our respectful obeisances and these humble gifts. O Amalaki, you are actually the form of a Brahman, and you were once worshipped by Lord Ramachandra himself. Whoever circumambulates you is therefore immediately freed of all sins. After offering these excellent prayers, King Chitraratha and his subjects remained awake throughout the night, praying and worshipping according to the regulations governing a sacred fast. It was during this auspicious time of fasting and prayer that a very religious man approached the assembly. A man who maintained himself and his family by killing animals, burdened with both fatigue and sin. The hunter saw the king and citizens of Vaidisha observing Amalaki Ekadasi by performing on all-night vigil, fasting and worshipping Lord Vishnu in the beautiful forest setting, which was brilliantly illuminated by many lamps. The hunter hid nearby, wondering that his extraordinary sight before him was what is going on here? He thought what he saw in that lovely forest beneath the holy Amalaki tree was the deity of Lord Damodara being worshipped upon the asana of a water pot, and he heard the devotees singing sacred songs describing Lord Krishna's transcendental forms and pastimes. Despite himself, that staunchy, irreligious killer of innocent birds and animals spent the entire night in great amazement as he watched the Ekadasi celebration and listened to the glorification of the Lord. Soon after sunrise, the king and his royal retinue, including the court sages and all the citizens, completed their observance of Ekadasi and returned to the city of Vaidisha. The hunter returned to his hut and happily ate his meal in due time. The hunter died, but the merit he had gained by fasting on Amalaki Ekadasi and hearing the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as well as by being forced to stay awake all the night, made him eligible to be reborn as a great king endowed with many chariots, elephants, horses, and soldiers. His name was Vasuradha, the king of Viduradha, and he ruled over the kingdom of Jayanti. The king Vasuradha was strong and fearless, as effulgent as the sun, as hands, as handsome as the moon. In the strength he was like Sri Vishnu, and in the forgiveness like the earth itself. Very charitable and very truthful, and King Vasuradha always rendered loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Sri Vishnu. He therefore became very well versed in Vedic knowledge, always active in the affairs of state. He enjoyed taking excellent care of his subjects, as though they were his own children. He disliked pride in anyone and would smash it when he saw it. He performed many kinds of sacrifices, and he always made certain that the needy in his kingdom received enough charity. One day, while hunting in the jungle, King Vasuradha strayed from the footpath and lost his way, wandering for some time and eventually whereby growing weary. He paused beneath a tree and using his arms as a pillow fell asleep. As he slept, some barbarian tribesmen came upon him and remembering their long-standing enmity toward the king, began discussing among themselves various ways to kill him. It is because he killed our fathers, mothers, brothers-in-law, grandsons, nephews, and uncles that we are forced to aimlessly wander like so many madmen in the forest. So saying, they prepared to kill King Vasuradha with various weapons, including spears, swords, arrows, and mystic ropes. But none of these deadly weapons could even touch the sleeping king. And soon the uncivilized dog-eating tribesmen grew frightened. Their fear sapped their strength. And before long, they lost what the little intelligence they had, became almost unconscious with bewilderment and weakness. Suddenly, a beautiful woman appeared from the king's body, startling with aborigines, decorated with many ornaments, emitting a wonderful fragrance, wearing an excellent garland around her neck, her eyebrows drawn a mood of fierce anger, and her fiery red eyes ablaze. She looked like death personified. With her blazing chakra discus, she quickly killed all the tribal hunters who had tried to slay the sleeping king. Then the king awoke, and seeing all the dead tribesmen lying around him, he was astonished. He wondered, "These are all great enemies of mine. Who has slain them so violently? Who is my great benefactor?" At that time, he heard a voice from the sky. "You asked that who helped you? Well, who is that person who alone can help anyone in distress? He is none other than Sri Keshava, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He who saves all who take shelter of him without any selfish motive." Upon hearing these words, King Vasuradha became overwhelmed with love for the personality of Godhead Sri Keshava, Krishna. He returned to his capital city and ruled there like a second Lord Indra, king of the heavenly regions, without any obstacles at all. So therefore, O King Mandata, the venerable Vasistha Muni concluded, anyone who observes this holy Amalaki Ekadasi will undoubtedly attain the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu. Oh, great! So great is the religious merit earned from the observance of his most sacred fast day. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Falguna Sukla Paksha Ekadasi or Amalaki Ekadasi from the Brahmanda Purana. If the Amalaki tree is not available, then worship the sacred Tulsi tree. Also plant the sacred Tulsi seeds and offer lamps to her. That is from Amalaki Ekadasi. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadev Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj about the completely condemning the materialistic people. So they, even though they are seeing all the people who are attached to the material things, accumulating material things, they are falling into the so much of miseries uh, because they don't have any intelligence of the Krishna consciousness. Kastam tunadutya paranu chintam vrute pasun asatim nama kuryat pasyanjanam paritam vaitaranyam swakarmajan paritapan dushanam. So whoever else will ignore uh, rendering devotional service to the Supreme Lord, except those materialistic people who are accumulating the wealth for the sense gratification, even though they are seeing that so many people are being ruined and in the fall into the distress of materialistic pool. So likewise further says, and today Sukadeva Goswami is talking the about the Supreme Lord. These are the beautiful verses are starting. So there are 5 verses. It glorifies the beauty of the Lord, Lord in the heart, what kind of form he is, likewise. So in everyone's heart, some sages, they meditate. Like in everyone's heart, the Lord with his 8 inches size, 8 inches size, he resides at the position of the heart with 4 hands and having lotus and Sudarsana Chakra and also conch shell and the mace, who is having all these 4 symbols. So some sages meditate on that particular Lord. So he is of 8 inches. So likewise, he is saying, so we are in the second canto, second chapter, verse number 8. So dear devotees, this is a beautiful verse. Kindly try to remember. It will relish your heart. So next 5 days, we are going to do the same thing to remember. केचिस्वदेहान्तहृदयावकाशे प्रादेशमात्रं पुरुषं वसन्तं चतुर्भुजं कञ्जरताङ्गशङ्क गदाधरं धारणया स्मरन्ति. केचित् Swadehanta Hridayavakashe. So some people Kechid Swadehantaha Hridaya Avakashe. So in their own heart, Swadehantaha Hridaya Avakashe, at the position of the heart, at the region of the heart, Hridaya Avakashe. Pradeshamatram Purusham Vasantam. Pradeshamatram. Pradeshamatram is the partial. And also here is measuring only 8 inches. Pradeshamatram Purusham Vasantam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead residing at the position of the heart. Kechis Vadehant Hridayavakashe Pradeshamatram Purusham Vasantam. And how that Purusha looks like? Chaturbhujam Kanja Ratanga Shanka. And he has got Chaturbhujam, 4 hands, and Kanja, the lotus flower, Ratanga, the wheel of a chariot, Shanka, conch shell. Chaturbhujam Kanja Ratanga Shanka, Gadadharam Dharanaya Smaranti, and also Gadadharam, and with a club in the hand, Dharanaya Smaranti, and conceiving in that way, he meditated upon that four-handed Vishnu form. Gadadharam Dharanaya Smaranti. It is a very beautiful verse. So here this form having starting from the right hand, bottom hand, so right side bottom hand, he has got 4 hands. Right side bottom hand, it is having Kanja, and then upper hand, it is Ratanga, and the left side on the top, it is Shanka, and the left hand side, bottom hand contains Gadadhara. His name is Janardana. So with the symbols of formation of symbols, he has got different names. So here, this form name is Janardhana. So Chaturbhujam Kanjaratanga Shanka Gadadharam Dharanaya Smaranti. Some people meditate on that Lord. केचिस्वदेहान्त हृदयावकाशे प्रादेशमात्रं पुरुषं वसन्तं चतुर्भुजं कञ्जरताङ्गशङ्का गदाधरं धारणया स्मरन्ति. So translation for this verse. Others conceive of the personality of Godhead residing within the body in the region of the heart and measuring only 8 inches, with 4 hands carrying a lotus, a wheel of a chariot, a conch shell, and a club respectively. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So can I request allocated devotees, if there are 2 allocated devotees, if you could swap based on the last Wednesday. Hare Krishna.
I can read Prabhu or the devotee can read. I can read the Prabhupada letter maybe later.
Okay, Mataji, you can read this purport.
I can read? Okay. The all-pervading personality of Godhead resides as a Paramatma in the heart of each and every living entity. The measurement of the localized personality of Godhead is estimated to expand from the ring finger to the end of the thumb, more or less 8 inches. The form of the Lord described in this verse with a distribution of different symbols beginning from the lower right hand up and down to the lower left hand with lotus, wheel of the chariot, conch shell, and club respectively, is called Janardana, or the plenary portion of the Lord who controls the general mass. There are many other forms of the Lord with varied situation of the symbols of lotus, conch shell, etc. And they are differently known as Purushottama, Achyuta, Narsimha, Trivikrama, Rishikesha, Keshava, Madhava, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Shankarshana, Sridhara, Vasudeva, Damodara, Janardana, Narayana, Hari, Padmanabha, Vamana, Madhusudana, Govinda, Krishna, Vishnumurti, Adhokshaja, and Upendra. These 24 forms of the localized personality of Godhead are worshipped in different parts of the planetary system and in each system there is an incarnation of the Lord having a different Vaikuntha planet in the spiritual sky, which is called the pra, uh, Pravyoma. So, yeah. There are many other hundreds and scores of different forms of the Lord, and each and every one of them has a particular planet in the spiritual sky, of which this material sky is only a fragmental offshoot. The Lord exists as a Purusha or the male enjoyer, although there is no comparing him to any male from the animal form in the material world. But all such forms are Advaita, none different from one another, and each of them is eternally young. The young Lord with four hands is nicely decorated as described below. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is mentioning about the 24 names of the Lord, expansions in the Vaikuntha planets, and they all have got these symbols in different formation. And in the Goloka chart, we also see these 24 expansions of the Lord. These are the um, uh, his plenary portions or expansions. Vaibhava Prakasha expansions likewise. It is Rupa Goswami, and they explains about the expansions. These are all Purusha forms, and there are so many innumerable Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, but here the 24 are the primary ones. So that is a very beautiful thing, and it is straightforward, and not much philosophy in this one. But it is the beauty of the Lord to conceive, and dharanaya smaranti. One has to remember the Lord with his all the symbols. So right now this verse is indicating the Janardana. So the symbols Kanjaratanga Shanka Gadadharam. So that is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. केचि स्वदेहांत हृदयाकाशे प्रादेशमात्रं पुरुषं वसन्तं चतुर्भुजं कञ्जरताङ्गशङ्का गदाधरं धारणया स्मरन्ति. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying one has to meditate on this Lord who is situated in everyone's heart. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Gaura Sundara, January 24th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this letter? Or anyone who is available who has not taken a turn?
If you want reading Prabhu, I can read.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Right. My dear Gauri Sundara, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you for your letter dated 22nd January 1970, along with check for $30 on my maintenance account. I am so glad to learn that you have purchased the house with the help of Balabhadra Brahmachari. I remember the day when I possibly pushed you towards Hawaii, which a charge for organizing our Krishna consciousness movement of that island and in the neighborhood. Now, by the grace of Krishna, you have purchased one house and preaching our chute and collecting 50 daily. All these are very much engliding, engliding to me. May Krishna bless you more and more and turn Hawaii Island Dvipa into Navadvipa. So your center shall be called New Navadvipa, and you shall celebrate Lord Chaitanya's appearance day most pompously. I think in the month of March you can hold this ceremony gorgeously and install the deity at that time. Now I am in Los Angeles and it will be not different for me to go to Hawaii anytime you call me. For the time being, there is no question of retirement because things are just growing. It requires more pouring of water, so I do not think there is immediate prosper for my retiring. Therefore, as long as Krishna desires, I must go on working, but I am trying to give more time to my writing works. Uh, I have received the overcoat cloak sent by Govinda Dasi, which is so much kind and affectionate to me. I am using it daily while going on my morning walk, but the temperature here is not so uh, acute, suitable for putting on the coat. Still, it appears very comfortable in the morning and I am enjoying it. I have also received the dried banana 8 packages altogether, and they are being fully utilized. For the time being, she may not send any more of them, but I think if she prepares more of them in the sunshine of Hawaii and keeps them in stock, they will not go bad. As you are always thinking of me, I am also thinking of you, and the best thing will be I shall go there by the next mango season because last time when I was there, I could not get any mango. I think in the compound of the new house you have purchased, you can grow some fast growing vegetables. One of them should be the squash creeper which I found in the compound of our last temple. Sudama and Govinda Dasi were collecting those creepers daily, and both the leaves and the flowers are so nice. Oh, page is missing. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Yeah, Prabhupada is so happy to that in Hawaii, he purchased like and he going to open the temple there, and they said he's going to be like turning in the Navadvipa. It's an island in Hawaii, and Prabhupada is, said it's going to be like a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can get gorgeously ceremony in that time and install the deity. And the Prabhupada is very keen about that he can go there straight to when he's in New York. And other things Prabhupada is like he said is Krishna's desire. And other one he is mentioning about that he receiving a cloak like the who is a Govinda Dasi gave him, and he's so happy and then like he's enjoying the court. But the weather is when he goes for work morning, then he's suitable to can wear it. But otherwise, yes, I said it's good. Then I'm what about the bananas? I like dry bananas. He's talking about something. Probably, I'm not sure, but like so yes, the packages of dry bananas and he's utilizing, and then he's telling like when he's very good sunshine, then you can get them more so it doesn't go bad. And Yeah, and he said the mango season. So when he's the mango seasons, then he can like one of them should be. Yeah, what is this question? Yeah, I just can't get it right. You can explain, Prabhu. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly explaining this. Any other points, dear devotees? Okay, so in this letter, Prabhupada mentions the Hawaii is a beautiful island, and also Prabhupada mentions they have got Gaurasundra and Govinda Dasi, they got a house, and you can call it as a new Navadvipa, and so celebrate Lord Chaitanya's appearance day most pompously. So now we have got Gaura Purnima. Gaura Purnima is coming on next Sunday. That is also one thing that I can recall. So, and everything is Krishna's desire. It will go automatically when without any personal motive and only to please Krishna. Whenever these activities are going on, everything will come perfectly. We just need to become instruments of the Lord. That's all. And Prabhupada doesn't retire yet. Um, Prabhupada was mentioning, so no chance for retiring at this moment when things are just growing, and Prabhupada want to spend more of time on the writing works. That is my takeaway points from this letter. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from the Prabhupada's letter, and from the announcements point of view. So today evening we have got Kirtan evening at 8:30 p.m. And tomorrow Krishna Katha at 8 p.m. That's all upcoming events. And on Saturday our regular Bhagavad Gita Sangha. I don't have any special updates. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's Ekadasi today, so why we fasting tomorrow?
Uh, so tomorrow, because of the Thidi, tomorrow is the Pakshavatini Mahadwadasi. When the Mahadwadasi comes, we fast on the Mahadwadasi because it takes most of the auspicious time than Ekadasi.
Oh, okay. Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। Have a Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Okay.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य